Yeah, he's a great guy. Jeff, thank you. Coronavirus has hit every county in central New York, and it has hit hard in Oneida County, reporting 11 deaths total and 313 total positive cases. We want to bring in Oneida County Executive Anthony Picente via Skype now, joining us from Utica. First of all, our sympathies to the families who've lost loved ones in Oneida County, and thank you for being here.
Thank you, Christy. And yes, we're all dealing with great losses and people who are suffering from this virus on a daily basis. So it's been hard for everyone.
It is hard. Well, as you chart COVID-19 in Oneida County, as you track it, what's your assessment right now? Are you now seeing a downward trend in Oneida County?
Well, it's been fluctuating a little bit. Obviously, over the last few days, we've seen some downward trend really over the last 10 days. But then today we had 20 positive cases. So we're testing more, which is a good thing, which is going to help us as we evolve through this and really get a better sense of infection rates. And the good news is our hospitalization rate has been pretty consistent and down. On the lower end of the spectrum, which is good news for us. But clearly, we've had spikes here and there, and as I said today in my briefing, we're going to see days like this probably where we have a higher number of cases until we really get through the next few weeks of what started a week or so ago with this surge or the peak as has been referred to. And so we have to really gauge it that way and take each day one at a time. And as we do more tests, obviously you're going to see some more positives, but that's a way we can really monitor and see what the rate of infection is and how we can best deal with it.
Best way to gauge it. We want to talk about that Facebook survey that's been making the news, showing Oneida County with the highest percentage of COVID cases in upstate New York. What about that survey? Do you think it's flawed?
I do. I really think it's not based on any scientific data. I understand people are going to social media on so many different things today, and Facebook obviously has been at the forefront of that, and people answering questions that they feel the virus. But, as I look at even the cases in Oneida County, when you look at there's over 1,700 that were tested but came back negative. So the symptoms are there. That doesn't mean the infection rate is there, and that doesn't mean we have the highest percentage of cases in the state. We have 313 positive cases that you mentioned at the top of the hour. We have a population of 235,000. That's hardly the largest percentage of breakdown, especially in New York State.
All right, you joined in on a conference call with other county executives in the region, and you are leading the charge for a strategy to present to the governor for reopening businesses, and everybody wants to see that. How do you envision getting back to business, and where are you at with the plan that you want to present to the governor?
Well, I'm not leading the charge all by myself. Obviously, there are leaders in all 10 counties that we're dealing with, and I've been in close contact from day one with this, as we always have with Ryan McMahon, County Executive there in Onondaga. So between us, we've been kind of talking about this a lot as we work together on different aspects of sharing information and data, and even when we need equipment. So it's really about looking at the way upstate is totally different than a downstate regions that have been inundated with these cases. We feel that in upstate, with the lower percentage, with the lower infection rate and the lower hospitalization rate, that there are signs that we can move to opening some of these other businesses and opening up our economy in a way gradually, again, not turning the switch on, not creating a false sense of security, but doing it in a measured way and doing it collectively with our partners in the region, so that it's not just Oneida or Onondaga or Madison or Herkimer or Cortland. It's everybody looking at a plan, putting a comprehensive plan together to present to the governor to say, look, we're different. We're different because of demographics. We're different because of geographical location and everything that's happened in the business community and all of the partners that we have and the stakeholders. And we believe that we can start doing some things earlier than other parts of the state.
Any idea when you might present that plan to the governor?
Well, I think we've been working on it right along. We hope to have something in place by early next week that we can get down to Albany.
Very good. Well, we want to hear about that first, okay? All right.
Thank you.
Oneida County Executive Anthony Picente, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for
Take
having me.
care.